great man of God, trod the road of God. We like to talk about great man of God, where they are, because I don't see them. Are they fighting social justice against injustice? Or are they just good having a lifestyle? Because great man of God, they make a mark here. When they died, you can't talk about them. In fact, they come up against the oppressors. You know them. They open up their mouth loudly and they have fear. And they died. Great prophet died for our ignorance. So we talk about these great man, Daddy Who, Chris Who. Man, please give me a break. Talk about man too big. None of these guys, great man of God, is different. Pastors and preachers and giving it, okay, fine. We all can say God bless you and talk about every devil coming at your yard and we get all of that. But ain't none of them is fighting social justice, injustice. Paul, Jesus, they stand for something. Which part these great men of God you're calling daddy? What they stand for? They build more churches, yes. For who? I mean, for who? And when more people suffer and all of that that's going on, where they come out for? They fear in their heart. They're afraid that themselves, they're afraid to get hurt. They walk around issues. They don't even speak on it. Maybe one or two of them may be saying something at some point. For the rest of the time, they shut up their mouth. They're silent. They're not speaking about nothing. They're not doing anything. So any one of us can come to the altar and stand up and talk and God will bless you. I prophesy over your life and prosperity and grace and all kind of something. Whatever the government do, you ever see pushback with them? You ever see they stand up and push back? You ever see them bring up them mighty church with how many people they have? Man, let me say this. When the churches used to stand up for people and push back, and the government would take back a stand, we no longer have those things. And for the few who try to even say something, those mouths silent. These guys you're calling great man of God, please stop it. Daddy, you're not. Chris, you're not. All of you think you're not. Prophets on that, you're not. The one before you, they are. You know them. Even Bob Marley, even Marcus, they was stand for something. They was have a purpose. You guys don't even have a purpose. You guys just here, just people just worship you like, yeah, I call you small Jesus. Yes. Because that you are. Creating your own little thing and want people to worship you instead of worship God. But most of you, not all of you, not even stand for anything. Because if you're supposed to speak against things that happen. And so let me just say this too. Some of us who talk about the government of these country that some of you call third world. As I said before, they are not the CEO. They are supervisors and the managers. That's all the role they play. If you take that president out in some of these African countries, put the next one that you like, you'll be surprised. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. If you think this guy going to power and you're too bullshit, put the next one in it and see what happens. They're not, man. There's so many come before them and they still remain the same. They don't have the strength to pull the cord. They can't change your life. They fall in line. And so they live their life too. Their nice life. So they won't say, you're blaming all them for some of the things that they do. Until they come together. Africa for Africans. That's the only change. Until then. Who do you think run Nigeria? Who do you think run Cameroon? Who do you think run this African nation? Just say South Africa is a little bit different because you see this I talk about. Is make it a little bit different. I said before, Nigeria is not a third world country either. They have too many resources. They do. And people say Nigerians are very smart. I would say yes. Maybe they're the smart in the world, just like the Chinese. But anyway, what they do. If you think about all the money in Nigeria, if they spend it in Nigeria, what Nigeria look like? You think South Africa and all these places would even look like it? No. But it don't go the way that we in our mind think things should be going and blaming all these guys. And no, man, the devil always in the closet room just hiding someplace. Who's doing it? So if you take this guy out and put that guy in, it ain't gonna make a difference, man. That's why I said social justice, injustice. These guys not standing up for anything. So tell your preacher, tell your pastor, tell your David, tell your Daniel, tell Chris, all of them say, come out together and stand up as one unity. Speak. They're not doing that. Tell one of them I like Johnson Solomon. Same way, Solomon. Tell them to come together and organize themselves. And government, by the people, for the people. Tell them all to come together. And the churches. And push back. And see if you don't get better water. See if some things don't change. Until then, man, ain't nothing gonna change. Nothing at all gonna change. You just take this guy in, put this guy, and the same thing. And this minister and just talk about who, what is what, and Bible this and Bible that. While they suffer every day. No jobs, nothing. Nothing. And you're not making no jobs for you. You're not doing anything. While you train some other people, put them there as a pastor, and they do their little foolishness. And they eat and drink. And you still wonder why you're still at the bottom suffering. Ain't no changes. There's no social changing. Because they're not coming out against anything. They're not standing up for anything. So you go to them and some of your grown men are come to these guys. They're not God. Go to God. Go and go cry the same way you cry to them. Go cry to God. Go have a relationship with the Lord. Because man can't save you. David can't save you. Daniel can't save you. Chris can't save you. Stop worship them and go worship God. If you have to cry to somebody, go cry to God. Make God help you. They can't make your life any better. Liar. They can't. They don't have power to do it. And all who say they have the greatest power, man, go with that nonsense. You have to build a relationship with God yourself. God then can't save you. But what they can do, if they come together, unity, yes, because we're greater that way. When we stand for something, yes, we are strength that way. When Catholics come, Muslims, everybody come together. Yes, you push back, and you get result. If all the churches come together and push back some of the things, you get result. But that one individual guy, we're not doing anything. So stop boots up these guys that think they are big shot and they are this and they are that. No, they're not. Before that, the guys we talk about, even Martin Luther King, remember, he was for something. Yes, he was for something, and you know about history, give him something. When these guys pass on, what history going to say about them? That they are 50 church. That's it. And you could go on a 50 church. And you put a donation and get 60 church. Please, give me a break. Give me a break. Stop boots them up like that. And have a relationship with God. I'm not saying don't go to their church and their arguments, whatever. But have your own relationship with God. And if you want something to change, tell them to go out there and march for change. Real change. So you can have some change in your life. And some job and something can happen. I tell them to go to the government, they stand up and ask the government to do something. Continue to press till the government make a change. Their sacrifice, just for the kingdom of God, is the same way. But they themselves know because they're not a fool. But they're feared. Fear is in many of them heart. And that's all it is. You check them background, they're afraid themselves. Please, I beg you, stop calling them daddy and stop worship them and go worship God. Go have your own relationship with the kingdom of the Lord. This year you can go down any and beg them. Go beg God.